स्टेडियम पुणे के, जहां पर आज दूसरा वनडे मैच खेला जाएगा। This broadcast is brought to you in association with Apollo Tires. Go the distance.
Wow, this man is special.
A milestone match at the Wankhede last Sunday produced a captain's masterclass from Virat Kohli. He reeled off century number 31 on his 200th appearance. His stun revived India from a Trent Boult-induced tease, with a left armer mowing down the openers and the big hitters down the order. New Zealand, in pursuit of a tricky target, wobbled early before the left-right combination of Tom Latham and Ross Taylor floored the home team. Latham's middle-order move proved a master stroke as he swept aside India's attack to notch a flawless fourth ODI ton. Taylor, though, fell agonizingly short of three figures, but the Black Caps' mood couldn't be soured as they cruised to victory and a 1-0 lead in the three-match series. And so it's time for game number 2 in this little ODI series. Mumbai went to New Zealand, now Pune and then Kanpur. Just down the expressway for Mumbai. It's a very pretty cricket ground here. And this is where India will take on New Zealand. It's the MCA Stadium in Pune, and they're coming live to you. The temperature 32 degrees. It feels like a little bit more outside, I must admit, but look at what happens a little later. Low of 19, it will get very, very in Pune. In the evening, wind is not a factor. It's typical of Pune. Low humidity, just 30%. This ground, as I said, it's hot out there. It's a fair distance from the city, so they'll come in slowly. And I have little doubt that by the time the match is well underway, there will be many, many more people in this ground that is traditionally full for a big game. Virat Kohli tossed the coin. Kane Williamson won the toss. He decided to bat first. Sunil Gavaskar and Simon Dool in the commentary box.
New Zealand batting first and unchanged. Martin Guptill, Colin Munro at the top. Good opening partnership a few days ago in Mumbai. Kane Williamson failed. He'll be looking for runs, and that 200 partnership, the middle order between Ross Taylor and Tom Latham, was the match-winning partnership for New Zealand in Mumbai. Will they be required to do the same today? Henry Nicholls at the winning runs. Colin de Grandhomme not well the other day. We saw some fairly graphic pictures of that. Mitchell Santner is very good with the ball at Wankhede Stadium, as was Trent Boult. Work to do, though, for Tim Southey and Adam Milne, who are both, by their own standards, a little bit expensive at Wankhede Stadium. They will be looking to improve today, albeit later on this evening when they get their opportunity with that white ball.
India will have Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma to open the batting, and they'll be hoping that they'll get the team off to a better start than they did at the Wankhede Stadium. Then the skipper in his 200th game got a brilliant 100. Kedar Jadhav will get another opportunity to try and cement that number 4 position. Dinesh Karthik batted well, but wasn't able to carry on to play the big innings. At least he steadied the innings with Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni. Hardik Pandya, the big hitters. Akshar Patel, he can bat. He's been taken as a fifth bowler, but he can bat as well. And he's a very good fielder, Akshar Patel. Then Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Yajwant Chahal, and Jasprit Bumrah. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has shown that he can be handy with the bat. Yajwant Chahal and Bumrah will be hoping to get amongst the wickets.
There's just that one change then in the Indian side. They brought back the finger spinner in Akshar Patel. They batted a little bit. One thing, it's a bit hard on young Kuldeep Yadav, but rotation is the buzzword these days, so everyone gets a game, everyone sits out occasionally. That's been the talk around Indian cricket. At the moment, though, they've got to go out and put the runs on what the two gentlemen next to me said in their pitch report was a track that the batsman would positively enjoy. The teams lining up then for the national anthems. We can go down now to the anthems.
पुणे के जहां पर आज दूसरा वनडे मैच खेला जाएगा. This broadcast is brought to you in association with Apollo Tires. Go the distance.
Wow, this man is special.
A milestone match at the 1K last Sunday produced a captain's masterclass from Virat Kohli. He reeled off century number 31 on his 200th appearance. His stun revived India from a Trent Boult-induced tease, with a left armer mowing down the openers and the big hitters down the order. New Zealand, in pursuit of a tricky target, wobbled early before the left-right combination of Tom Latham and Ross Taylor floored. Well, then game 2 in this little series, as I said, just 3 one-day internationals and then 3 T20s. And New Zealand drew first blood in Mumbai, winning that. And then now here in Pune, after which the teams will head off and play next Sunday in Kanpur. Then the 3 T20s. Just a short hop away from Kanpur to Delhi, then Rajkot all the way south to Thiruvananthapuram before New Zealanders go back to a pretty busy home season. Well, they are then in the little huddle. New Zealand have won the toss, they're batting, and India will want to keep them down to a chaseable score. They haven't chased for a while. Out come the umpires, the 100th one-day international between India and New Zealand. It's 49-44 to the home side, so they could celebrate playing the 100th by winning the 50th. It's a good surface to bat on, isn't it, Sonny? You were there a little while ago.
Yes, it's a very good surface to bat on. It's like the expressway down the road. The ball will come onto the bat quite nicely. Also, I think because there is just a hint of grass over there, the new ball bowlers might find a little purchase from that surface. They got to bowl the right line. Bhuvneshwar Kumar does get the ball to swing in the air as well as off the pitch. So Virat and company will be hoping that he strikes early. Just the Bumrah bowled without too much luck in the Mumbai game, the Wankhede Stadium. New Zealand also had opening problems, just like India had. But it was the partnership between Ross Taylor and Tom Latham that took them home. 200 plus partnership that. But clearly, I think New Zealand will be hoping that not just these just but their skipper, Kane Williamson, also comes good, because then they can set up a challenging total for the Indians to follow. The Indians chased down 350 against England earlier in the year, so it's not as if they haven't chased down big totals. But clearly, when you're one down, you do not want to chase a big total. You do not want that added pressure of chasing 300 plus.
Now, I wonder too, guys, whether the change of selection, Akshar Patel coming in, might bring about a change in mindset for Virat Kohli, and may get Akshar Patel in quite early with a newish ball. Has it been reluctant? It's been 5 overs here, 5 overs there from the seamers generally. That was a very good record for you to see, but I just wonder whether we might see Akshar Patel early.
He's tended to go by the book so far, hasn't he? 5 to Bhuvneshwar, 5 to Bumrah, then decides whether he wants to bring in a spinner, brings Pandya in. So it is predictable. Colin Munro's Martin Guptill's partner at the top of the order. Average 25, he's not there for that. Strike rate's 98, more likely for that. That's good. Good areas, we call it, don't we? Good area, the first ball. It's one of those cliches, but it's true. Just about fourth, past 4 feet down. Yes, I think that's his strength. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, he makes the batsman play just about everything around that off stump. Gets the ball to leave, the left-hander gets the ball to move away, curve away from the right-hander as well. He can move it both ways, in the air as well as off the pitch. And first runs on the board for Martin Guptill. Around the world, he might have had a double 100. You come to Pune, you get that first run, you look at the game from the non-strikers end for a while. It doesn't matter if you're Sunil Gavaskar or Simon Doull with the bat. Sorry, Simon. First shot was caught up from the only one. Still a landmark. Yes, I think every batsman likes to get up the mark. And the smart ones at the start of the innings like to be at the non-strikers end, because they can observe what's happening. They don't have to face the music. Wide Munro. Swung in a little bit. It's a line, look at that line from just around the left-handers off stump, getting the ball to move back, and he knows that Munro looks to connect with the ball, so he will sometimes play away from the pads, trying to sneak that one between that and pad. Have a look at this, it's around the off stump, but that's exactly what he's looking at. Maybe the ball will move a little bit more and go between bat and pad. Munro's not going to play dead bad defense. He's going to push, that's his style. He's going to push, he's going to jab at the delivery. I can't remember the last time I saw a proper get that defensive stroke actually. It's almost as if it's a recognition from the batsman that I can't do anything else. I just wonder, the more pushers you get, the more the slips come into play, the more the fast bowlers think they have a chance to open up a gap between bat and pad. So Munro gets out the mark as well.
I think it's the type of surface, Sonny, and we talked about just a little bit of pace, reasonable, medium to fast, not out and out fast. It's the sort of surface that bowlers will enjoy because it'll get some nice carry, and if it does do anything, it'll do it at a decent clip. But also the batsman will enjoy the ball coming onto the bat a little bit more.
Exactly. Once the ball stops moving, you can play through the line without worrying about movement, and you can see there was that little extra bounce. 2 for no loss after the first over.
ना डरे तू बुलंद तू किसान टूटे मिट्टी तेरे आगे ले ले नई पहचान खुद
दमदार पकड़ और 3 साल की बिना शर्त वारंटी के साथ अपोलो कृषक कोड अपने टीवी फ्री डिश पर स्टार भारत देखने के लिए अपने सेट टॉप बॉक्स को रीट्यून कीजिए अभी। The 5:36, it starts to get very pleasant. Now here's Jasprit Bumrah. 2 slips, first is still a little wide. Right arm fast medium forms a good combination with Bhuvneshwar Kumar. It's a leg by. There you go, the Indian team, the one change there. Akshar Patel comes in for Kuldeep Yadav. And I don't know if it's a change that's in search of more defensive bowler. Maybe someone will give away fewer runs. Kuldeep Yadav's tended to be expensive, but he's taken wickets in virtually every game that he's played. That'll breach the infield. Should come back to 2. Well done, actually. Even though it wasn't a third in prospect, you just judge a fielder by how he swirls and returns.
He's got a powerful arm, the Indian captain. Chased down really well, chased down so that he was always, it's a good shot. But have a look at how Virat Kohli has chased it. He's chased it in such a way that he's going to be able to pick the ball up with the right hand. Look at that, he's going to be able to pick the ball with the right hand.
Yeah, lovely from Guptill. On the back foot, good timing on this occasion. A little bit of bouncing. That's what we talked about, Sonny. When you see pace and bounce on the surface, those sorts of shots will come into play.
Exactly. And it's a square of the wicket early in the innings. So it just tells you how good this pitch is to bat on. When you can play square of the wicket straight away, it tells you that this is a good pitch to bat on. Otherwise, you're looking to hit the ball straight in the V.
Now that'll find a gap as well. It's a very Martin Guptill. Stand up tall, hit through the line. He's a very pretty stroke player, very dominant stroke player as well. And at the moment, the ball's coming into his zone.
Yes, and at the moment it's a minus margin for a kind of pitch as well. But it's not such a bad delivery, and he wasn't wide too. But look at that shot. The ball has come onto the bat quite nicely. He's made good use of the depth of the crease and punched it away.
One of the slips was going out already. This is just the second over. Just love the way the ball's coming on the bat, the sound that the bat is making. Even the previous ball after those 2 boundaries that he merely defended is a very solid sound that came off. Oh, that's the ball you dream of. Oh, he took a couple of boundaries, but what a way to end. 13 for no loss.
और गाइस, क्या चल रहा है? अंकल फॉग चल रहा है? सोचिए मत, क्योंकि बिना गैस वाला फॉग ही है इंडिया का नंबर 1 परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे। पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है यार?
क्यों? फॉग चल रहा है।
Steady first over that from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Now with his second. Interesting to see how this plays out.
tripped over and fell just short of the table, didn't he? And hurt himself and had to be taken away and missed out on the cake. Williamson, after a failure in Mumbai, it's a wonderful record. Strike rate just under 85 as well. So it gets them at a good rate.
And more likely tripped than had it on his face, correct. Much admired cricketer around the world, Kane Williamson. But Bhuvneshwar Kumar has once again produced the breakthrough. So there's a wide slip and there's a gully as well in now. Again. No width on offer from Bhuvneshwar. There was when Bumrah was bowling. Look at that delivery. Look where the front foot is nowhere towards the ball. He's been out LBW last year, and therefore, because that front foot doesn't go there, the bat always comes at an angle. And also opening the face just a little bit, that's never a good thing for an opening batsman if the ball is moving. Yes, he's shaking his head. And he knows he's missed out. Is Monroe a pinch hitter then? Talk about that.
क्या है मैंने एक्टिविटी लगवा दिया है
बेटा इतना महंगा
फैमिली के लिए ना कुछ महंगा
रेडी? अब पाइए डिश टीवी के हर एक कनेक्शन में ऑटोमेटिकली एचडी में मूवीज, म्यूजिक, एंटरटेनमेंट लेना बताना चलने देना. Asked the question towards the end of last over what's Colin Munro's role. The strike rate of 98.3 is matched only by two tail-end batsmen, so they won't count. The average won't be the greatest for Munro. So that's the question: are we going back to the era of the pinch hitter opener, or whether this is specific to these kind of surfaces? Well, if you remember, it was under Martin Crowe's captaincy that New Zealand started with Mark Great Patch at the top of the order, and Great Patch given the license to go and just donk the ball, and they did it quite successfully. So Colin Munro, another left-hander, being sent up the order because he has hit the ball quite hard when he's batted down the order. So with the ball coming onto the bat, maybe he had better chances of whacking the ball over the top, as we saw just now the previous over from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. .100th one-day international between these two sides. India play 100 against Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Australia, West Indies. Pakistan as well. But they were here last Diwali and they're here this year as well, New Zealand. And a lot of them turn up for the IPL anyway, so there will be a lot of India arrival stamps on their passports. Not as many as Simon. It's just to come back to the question, Monroe been picked specifically for the series to go after India's new ball bowlers?
He's under searching now. They had Tom Latham at the top of the order last year when we were here, and tried Luke Ronke during the Champions Trophy, top of the order. They've been searching for an opening combination or an opening batsman to partner Martin Guptill. So I just think as long as he's given ample opportunity, that's the one thing that I have an issue with, is when they want to take the run or not. They might do. They just steal a run, courtesy of a little bit of untidy work from India. No, dead ball. Okay, dead ball. So just been searching for someone to open the batting. Now Munro's got an opportunity. I hope they give him ample opportunity to try and cement that spot. Outside of that, it's probably going to be Latham play as a batsman only at 5, and maybe bring Glenn Phillips, the talented young wicketkeeper batsman, to open the batting.
I guess you can do that because one day pitches are getting flatter everywhere. You often talked about maybe different when you're opening in England, Australia, South Africa, all producing 320, 330 games these days. India pretty well served on that front actually with Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan. 11 century partnerships between them, and one is not around. Ajinkya Rahane comes in and just knocks over the half centuries. Lokesh Rahul's in the wings as well, so that's not the issue. The issue for India is a little lower down the order at number 4. Just a little dangerous. 21 World Cup का है मंडे के बाद जो भी जाता है जिंदा वापस नहीं आता।